This little Moogerfooger set, which is pretty nifty, pretty cool. And these Proco patch bays, I've had 4 of them I've used for over 30 years, and they're great. They've never failed, not a pair of points, and it's extremely quick and easy to change any pair to be half normaled, full normaled, or open, or even parallel, and I'll show that at the end of this video. Just to keep it simple, the way it's set up, which you can obviously change any way you want, is this is the input to the delay, this is the output of the delay, and this is the send and return for the delay feedback loop. So because this is half normal, the delay with feedback loop, which is right there, is coming out here and feeding in there, but it means that you can take any signal from anything and immediately put it in the delay feedback loop, that's pretty nifty. Then that's the input to the phaser, that's the output. That's the input to the ring modulator, the output, and this is the carrier out and carrier in for the ring mod. So it's cool, since it's half normal, you can take the carrier out and put it somewhere else. It's a triangle wave, mess with it. And of course this would break the normal, so this would no longer have its internal carrier, but that means you could put anything else you want instead of being stuck with the triangle wave carrier that this comes with. Obviously, you could hook up any other things that you wanted. The way I actually had it hooked up, which is the reason that these are going jig-a-jog like that, is I had an aux send on a board behind the panel coming here, and inside feeding the input to the delay. So if I wanted the delay, I just turn up the aux send on the board. Then if I wanted to patch in the modular synth, I just patched in there and it broke the normal. The output of the delay was exactly the same. It was half normal back to the console, so I could just get the sound of it, but I could also take this and plug it directly into one of the other boxes. So they're all kind of set up like that. One other thing I just want to be sure to mention is this little rack thing I'm not selling. The patch bay, the cables, power supplies, Moogerfooger's racks, and all of the other accessories for the Moogerfooger, so you can restore them to individual use. The wood, when you mount them here, you take the wood ends off the middle one. I have those and the steel panels that go behind them, so I've got everything for it. And as you can see, they're all meant. Okay, this is one of those same little patch bays. Even if you're not interested in the Moogerfoogers, if you use a lot of 1/4-inch stuff and you don't want to deal with punch blocks and, all that stuff, these are the best 1/4-inch patch bays I've found. And they're so usable because you can completely rearrange them. So check this out. First of all, they mount the edges with different screw holes so that if you want, you can have the bay flush to the rack, or you can have it recessed a little bit. Then you got 6 hex screws, 2, 2, and 2. You take those out, front panel comes off. Each of these is a circuit board that pulls out. You just flick a switch to change how it behaves, like this. Okay, I just took out all the hex screws, so the panel just lifts out. There's this little piece of black plastic that you pull out, and it's kind of nerfled, so you know how it goes in. Then you take any pair of points, you can push from the back or just pull it out. I'm holding a phone while I'm doing this, guys. And then, quite simply, it's interesting trying to do this while staring at a phone instead of what's in my hand. And I know what you're thinking. A switch, really? Click, click, click. And so what do we got? It's even marked. So open means it's literally this is connected here and nothing else. So they're just like pass-throughs. There's a full normaled and half normaled, and then parallel. Again, I've used 4 of these that I've had since the early 90s. I've never had one of these go bad. So it's that easy to pull it out. You plan out your wiring and your patch bay and which ones you want to be parallel or open or half normaled or whatever, and you pull them out and you move the switches and pop it back in, put it back together, and then you got it. Pretty nifty.